Welcome to Papa Junk Shop. Well, I got an opportunity to get a buy on one of these too. It's a NOCO Lithium battery. It's a NLP 20, and it's more or less like for power sports stuff, your ATVs and four-wheelers and that kind of stuff, starting battery. And I thought it might make a good replacement for jump pack. So I thought I'd test it out and see how it performs. And I can tell you what some of the specs are. There's some of the information, but it comes with a book, and it's in about 50 different languages. That's why it's so thick. And it also comes with spacers, so you can make it fit into your battery box. These are a little bit different sizes, some of them, so you can make it fit. It's also got some pretty nice terminals on it. You can use a terminal there, or you can use terminals on the sides. And comes with an Allen wrench too that fits these screws. So let me tell you what the specs are for this thing. I have to get my cheaters on, I think. So the NLP 20 is 7 ampere hours, 89.6 watt hours. Starting current is 600 amps. Continuous current is 70 amps. And charging current maximum amps is 21. The dimensions are 5 by 6.9 by 3.4. And it weighs 3.73 pounds. Yeah, it is real light compared to a lead acid. So, it's already charged up. It's got a built-in BMS. If you go on their website, they've got a breakdown of it. It's pretty nice. It looks like really quality battery. So let me get a rig set up to give it a little test. Okay, here's what I come up with to test her out. I'm going to put a 7 amp load on it, which is 1C, I believe, if I understand this stuff properly. I got my voltmeter hooked up here. We got 13.27 volts. I've got my 1600 watt pure sine wave inverter. I'm going to turn that on. Okay. And I've got a light bulb, and I think it's around 75 watts, either 60 or 75, can't read it, but it should put us about 7 amps. Yeah, almost exactly. So we'll see what time it is, we'll see how long it runs. I'll fill you in on it every once in a while. Okay, we're 5 minutes into the test. We're still at 7 amps, 13.02 volts. Okay, we're 20 minutes in. We got 12.91 volts and still 7 amps. Okay, it's been a half an hour. We got 12.84 volts and about 7 1/4 amps. Now I did quick go grab my kilowatt. I don't know if you can see it or not with that light bulb. But we got 115 volts, 0.74 amps, 85 watts, 60 cycles. Okay, we're 45 minutes into the test. Got 12.48 and just a whisker over 7.25. So she's hanging in there. Okay, the voltage is starting to drop. Pretty regular here now. We're 11.8, 8, 8.7, 8.6. We're up to 7.5 amps now. We're almost at 50 minutes. We'll see when the BMS disconnects it or the inverter shuts off, whichever happens first. We're up to 8 amps. $11, 10.9. $10.6. The inverter's starting to get irritated, blinking. Nope, just shut off. Let's see what happens here. The inverter's blinking low voltage, beeping. Battery voltage is back up to 12. The inverter come back on it around 12. So I guess the inverter gave up before the battery actually disconnected, but it was down to what, 10.5? Almost there again. 10.5, 4.9, yep, 4.6. Okay, so we made it about 50 minutes before the inverter shut down. So sorry about that, didn't mean to cut you off. We'll see how long it takes to recharge the battery. Okay, hooked my power supply up to the battery to recharge it. We're putting in about 5 amps. And the voltage is what, at 12.9? It's been maybe 3 minutes so far. Been about 20 minutes at 5 amps on the charge. We're at 13.34. Okay, still charging at 5 amps. It's been an hour. We're at 13.53. It's about an hour and 15 minutes, and we're in about every 15 seconds it's going up, what, a tenth of a volt, so we must be getting near the end of the charge. Yeah, it's been another minute or so. She's going along a pretty good clip now. See when that BMS shuts her down. I think it's supposed to be 14.6. We're still charging at 4.05 amps. There's 14.6. 3.6 amps. 3.4. Down to 3 amps. It's 14.8. Down to 2.3 amps. There, it just shut off. 0 amps. Okay, just kicked back out again. It went back up to 5, now it's back down to 0 already. So it almost seems a little high, but so I guess we'll call that fully charged. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to rig up a set of cables on this and go see how it acts if we want to jump start something. Okay, got her hooked up to this Onan generator, and they take a pretty healthy battery to get them started. I just got some cables off an inverter bolted onto the battery. I think they're probably maybe number 8. So we'll see what happens. I'll hit the primer. Get the electric fuel pump, get some gas up in there. Say it hasn't been run probably for 6 months, so see what happens. Here we go. Say it hasn't been run for a while, so I don't know if the choke is. Let me give it a Kevin choke here. So, it will fire her up. Pretty amazing little battery. So I guess I would make a good choice for my jump box. Let's try it again here. Guess she's cold-blooded. Well, I guess that proves that it'll make a good choice for my jump box. So, I guess we'll call this a video. I'm pretty impressed with that little guy. So, if you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. I hadn't noticed it, but when I went to disconnect that battery, it got hot enough on that end there that it melted that insulator. And them cables are quite warm yet, and it's been a couple of minutes probably. So if the guy had heavier cables on here, it would probably even done a better job. Just thought I'd throw that in there.